Los Angeles has now surpassed Japan as more wealthy economy. I think we're
We're
up
like
there.
3 or 4.
We're up there. It's
in the
number
world.
3 in the
It's
world.
wild.
Not even in the United States.
We
in
stimulate
the world.
the economy.
Even though it doesn't translate when I look outside sometimes, but I feel like
You know what?
Once, 5, throw them 20s. Looking down in the club, throw no money. Didn't with me, it's so funny.
Hey, bro, what's up, dog? Well, that's
With me, it's so
shit, my bad,
funny.
dog.
Now they get killed, go get her a GoFundMe. I done made a couple of hundred through pandemic. Hard 6 Vegas like P, no damn limit. Yo, ass nigga money was short, that damn midget. Lifestyle rubbers won't work, I can't fit it. Disney Plus a fuck a Netflix. Get her on the prompt and I'm hitting the next bitch. Bitch, your last nigga don't exist. Ain't about a dollar, I'm hitting the
what's going on, guys? Big Chief here. Welcome back to another episode of To Be Blunt. I'm here with my co-host AJ Corleone.
Yes, sir.
We're back,
get
bro.
it. We
Let's
back.
Another episode of To Be Blunt.
An intimate episode. Just us two.
It's just intimate. It's just us. Normally we have a
Yeah.
guest, but it's just me and bro today. We're about to really chop up some game. But before we get in to the episode, go ahead and roll up, light up, chief with us. If you got a
Yep.
cigar, go ahead and chop the top off like Amber Rose and light it up.
Cigar season.
Cigar
Hoodie
season. And his hoodie season is going away.
Oh,
I'm on the borderline of
I
the
know,
hoodie
I
season
know.
right now. It's
You're-
kind of warm,
you're
but
trying to keep it in, but like
the hoodie season.
hoodie season is like in the morning and at night. That's it right now. But driving over here, I had the windows down and I was like, damn, it's a beautiful day.
It's type of
Fire.
normally I never wear like anything under my hoodie, but it's a type of season where in the morning it's super cold, like 60 degrees, and at night it's like 55, 60 degrees.
Yeah.
So like in the morning you can wear a jacket, but during the day it's all hot, and then when you don't bring a jacket and you're like leaving the gym
you
or going to the
shrivel.
gym, you'll be like all shriveled. That's LA for you. It's like a desert. It's
You know
hot during the
what?
day, it's cold at night.
That happens to me in the morning because I go to the gym in the morning and then I go to the sauna. So when I leave, I was just like crazy intense heat. And then I walk outside and it's cold as fuck. But I like that too. I'm like, oh, another little shock.
I feel like it's a super balance of it. You know what I mean? Like in the summer, in the morning is low key warm. Even in the evening it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
But around
When it's
the
summer,
April,
yeah.
around April, May it's super cold. And then in June it's gloomy in the morning. You
Yeah,
notice that
yeah.
June gloom?
Yeah.
But that's the vibe, guys. That's the weather
It's a vibe.
forecast for today. You know?
But hold on. You said, this is news to me. You said that when you wear a hoodie, that's all you wear? You don't wear a shirt underneath?
No.
How long you been doing that?
Huh?
How long you been doing that?
Forever. I feel like if I'm like
You feel like constricted?
I get
Or it's
super
like too
hot.
many layers?
It's like too many layers. It's
That's
like one too many
crazy.
layers.
I've never done that.
Unless I have a shirt hanging from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
So if it's longer than your hoodie,
Then
you're
then
good.
it matches my fit. I wear a shirt under it, but normally I don't.
You don't wear a shirt.
Bro, we're already wearing something thick. What is the point of wearing something thicker under? Unless it's really that. It's not
So,
that
like,
much colder. It's
yeah,
not different.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna waste a good old shirt that I got from the dry cleaner or
Like,
wear
I
under
gotta
a
get
shirt.
this shirt off,
Unless it's
yeah.
even my white shirt. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Like to me, it's
No,
pointless.
that's I've never. I mean, I'm sure other people do the same thing, but I've never done that. Like never ever. Like not even if I was just doing that to go to the gym. Like, oh, let me wear a hoodie while I work out. Like I'm wearing a shirt still, but I've never. I might have to try it.
I don't care what society has to say, bro. You don't.
Fuck-
You don't know
fuck
the
the
way I get my
rules,
hair.
huh?
Yeah, you don't even know the way I get my haircut.
Tell me.
I don't wear a shirt. I'm getting
Julius,
a haircut.
wait.
Yeah, my haircut. My barber is cool with it too. You don't give a fuck. Pause. But anyways,
What the Diddy is going on here,
bro, it's because look,
Julius, we have to talk.
even if you wear the thing around
cape
your neck,
and
the
then,
cape and
yeah.
everything, for years I used to wear a shirt sitting under there.
Yeah.
Then the whole day I'd be like this, like, man, this shit's annoying as shit. You know what I mean? You're like, dang, I got hair right here. Even though like they try to take it off much as possible,
Okay.
but I still got to go through my day. I can't just go home and take a shower, you know. So I don't wear a shirt under
Okay.
when I wear it. Then I would just like wear the shirt after I get my haircut. So there's no like hair just stuck to my shirt. Kind of see what I'm
But
saying?
do you feel like? But then what about when you put your shirt back on, the hair that was on you?
He make sure he gets that shit off.
So you feel like you don't have any hair on you?
I don't. I never be itchy like that. I swear, bro. That's why I kept doing
That
it.
makes sense. Okay,
There's a reason for everything.
that's functional.
One time I was getting off the chair, right? And I guess like there's other barbers right there too. And some dude's kids was sitting right there. I get up and he takes my barber
you're,
cape
like,
off
naked.
and just had a shirt on. He's like, "Yo," he goes, "Yo." His feet couldn't even touch the ground, bro. He's saying that. I was laughing, bro.
The kid said that?
He's like, "Oh."
Yo, hey, yo.
He's like, "Yo."
Hey, yo. It would have been perfect at like this time in the city and everything that's happening if like the music in the shop changed to like a Diddy song and then the cape came off and you're shirtless. That would have been like a, hey, yo.
What in the To Be Blunt is going on
Hey,
here?
hey, yo, what the fuck? Yeah.
So- bro, have you been feeling like, okay, I know it's not me.
Talk to me.
I guess it's my algorithm. It could be that too, right?
Algorithms be fucked up.
So pretty much, no, it's not fucked up. This one's pretty like
Oh,
it's
it's
beneficial.
good? Okay,
Yeah, man, my
okay.
algorithm's pretty good, bro. But I noticed like I feel like this is not just my algorithm.
Okay.
This is like everyone's algorithm. I've been seeing people praise God more on social media, and then all I see is a lot of posts about it everywhere. People wake up and be like, "Thank you, God," on the little bubble thing in the corner. They make posts about it.
You know what, though?
They talk about redirection and faith, and this happened like the past 2 months has been like
just see it more?
increasing more and more, bro.
Okay.
Have you been? Is it?
So I do see that, and I think, let me see. I feel like there's two things that could be happening. One, I don't know if you heard this too, Kenny. There's this thing called red car theory. So red car theory is if I tell you, look for red cars, and you are driving down the street, whatever,
You're only gonna
all of a
see-
sudden you see red cars.
Yeah.
You notice them. They always been there, but now they're catching your attention. So if you start paying attention to like people quoting Bible verses or like tapping in more like that, I feel like they might have always been there and now you see it more. But another thing is because of social media, people are super trendy and super like, oh, this is the wave. Like if you know how I post sometimes like, oh, I'm praying in the sauna or whatever.
What you do? You told me.
Yeah, I love that. Somebody could see that and be like, "Oh, it said my prayers today." When they never talk about it or whatever, but it just inspired them. Like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that too.
I like that
So,
aspect.
yeah.
But I hope a lot of people are carrying that on in their real life and not just talking about it on social
Hope it's
media.
authentic, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's authentic. But I've been
Yeah.
noticing a lot more of that, and I've been really like happy about it. Literally so happy about it, and I'm like, okay, people are really connecting. Maybe the end of the world is really coming.
So it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, maybe it's just in my bubble right now, but I really feel a paradigm switch right now. Not a paradigm switch. That's not the right word. I feel a switch right now of energy, like positively, because when you really put your head down and focus on what you're doing and learn from the mistakes that have been repeatedly happening,
When you lock in.
and when you lock in,
Yeah.
and then you start taking those steps and the fruition starts coming, but you got to realize every single thing has to click. You know what I mean? In order for everything to reach to the next level. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say we're working on multiple things right now, right?
Okay. You're talking about like with the brand.
With the brand,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
Of course with the brand. I'm talking about with the brand. And you can take it off to life because there's no better brand than life. That's the
Yeah.
craziest brand you ever got to manage is your own life. You know what I mean? So take it from their aspect to my aspect right here, you know, in my perspective, in our perspective. We have the website coming up, which we've been updating.
Yeah.
The app, the rewards program.
Yep.
That when you scan it, it pays big to Chief, which you get a not for sale website on the app where you can collect stuff.
And it's gonna be all cool shit.
It's gonna be all
It's
amazing
not
stuff.
like we're not gonna give you like a big chief like ashtray. Like it's gonna be something outside of the company that's something that you want.
We've been cooking, and then that just made me so happy because that was just once an idea, and the idea is so exciting, and there's so many categories, and in that idea we can add on to the website
We put a go yard bag.
different things because
Yeah.
not for sale. You guys scan it,
Yeah.
you guys can get different things, you know,
Yep.
and customize a big Chief thing on Chief head on there. Why not? Because we can.
Yeah.
But we want to give back to you guys. So that's really like that's all I always wanted to do. Give back to the people that fuck with me, right? And that's the biggest way we can possibly do that. Now we got our Silver Lake store coming as well.
Wow, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be
Super
dope.
exciting. We have a city council meeting this Thursday. So by the
Yep.
time you guys see this, the council meeting will be over, and we'll
And
talk
it
about
will
in next
be-
episode what's going on.
And we would say it was a great meeting.
It was a great meeting.
Everything went perfect for us.
So the Silver Lake store, I'm super excited to get that up because the other day I was putting the shelves in. They came in on shipment, and
I saw
was,
you opening crates.
I was opening crates, bro.
Yeah.
I was really getting down, unscrewing it, and then helping them take it inside and
That's
vlogging the
cool.
whole thing because I was like, let me really roll up my sleeves and enjoy this whole process
Oh, I love
of
it.
curating this.
Yeah.
I mean, because I curated the whole store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know exactly where everything is because there's a reason for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was putting
'Cause
the
it
shelves
was-
there. I'm like,
it was-
okay,
You were there for the whole process of designing it out. Because who designed it out? You and Martin?
me,
Oh, shit.
me and Duncan.
Oh, Duncan. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Sick.
I just told him exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I
That's
said to
how
him,
you
Martin, and he shaped it,
created the
and
rendering for it.
and then Duncan created a 3D rendering, and which you saw. I was like, okay, I was pretty happy with it
Sick.
because I wanted to make it a quick stop. You get your thing and you go. Everything's on the shelf. It's like the gas station. You go there, you
It's
grab
a-
it, and you go because it's such a small shop,
Dude, it's such an amazing space.
but it's amazing location.
like you to really appreciate where it is, you have to know the area because Silver Lake is like a super trendy, super popular place. Like there's a burger restaurant right down the street that's like always cracking. Undefeated is around the corner.
The coffee shop right there is pretty good too.
yeah, like there's just so much. The dog park is up the street.
And the reservoir where people run around, the hills, the steps are right there. That I know my boy Henry be hitting those on the weekends
Oh,
too.
sick! I really want it to be completed so that we can start with like
The
'cause we're gonna
lifestyle aspect
beta
of it.
testing on things like the tequila tasting.
No, 100%. But
Can't wait.
we
That's
can't
gonna
take
be
the
dope.
tequila over there, but we could do different events because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
super like you can't do anything over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Super
Everything
strict.
regulated, yeah.
But going to the events, we can do stuff with the park and like having someone like have their whole Sunday morning beginning, going to the park, getting coffee, going to the Big Chief store. We could
Remember
like
the dog
lifestyle.
bone idea I had?
The dog.
Yeah, the dog park
Oh, the shooting the dog park. What do you?
with the bow on the chair because it's a big bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just and the Big Chief's.
Yeah, just like community stuff where it's like branding. I wanted to put like make a big ass bow. Like everybody who has like a pet, like a dog, when they give them like a nice bone for like Christmas or their birthday, it's like tied up like a present.
It's a good
And-
picture op.
Yeah, and then
That's
there's-
amazing. Good picture
Dude,
op.
it'll be sick.
That's
And
fucking
then-
genius.
And they have at that dog park all the benches. Like if it was two of us sitting down, the bench is shaped like a big ass bone. So I was like, dude, we should just go and put a big bowl that's like really big.
You think the park
and
would let
it's
us do
Big
that?
Chief. Why not? Like you're dressing it up. You're not littering. You're
yeah.
not destroying anything.
That's a good photo op.
It'll be dope. And then like we could just do like a time lapse of all day everybody sitting down looking at the bowl and
Different type of dogs.
sick. It's dope.
And then, other than people running around all day, people run with their dogs, and when they stop by the dispensary, they're gonna get
Yeah.
dog treats.
Yeah. No, I got
Little things too.
That's awesome, bro. I got a lot of ideas where like
Farmers market on Sundays.
we do things.
You
in
see the
park
cook up?
that are for it.
You
Yeah.
see the cook up?
Yeah,
That's just
farmers
one
market.
aspect, right? And then we got the tequila coming, which AJ brought up too.
Yeah, yeah.
That aspect is called Gran Jefe. We've been working on it for a bit, and I want you guys watching the podcast to be really in tune because this is where we share all the stuff we don't release to everybody else, just his YouTube channel in general,
Yeah.
and your the audience, which is you guys, which you are my tribe now. So you guys should know
tribe.
what we're working on.
Shout out to the tribe.
Shout out to the tribe. Chat. Listen to this. The dispensary, the Gran Jefe, the app, the website, the apparel. I want to talk about the apparel shoot the other day.
Oh, sick. Kenny. This was a team right here.
Kenny
We're just
was in the
missing
back right
Isaiah.
there.
We're just missing Isaiah.
So we had. I was like, "You could talk about you hitting your cigar."
Now go.
We did our first official Big Chief photo shoot.
Yeah. Which has been a long time coming.
Long time coming. We've been designing apparel.
Yeah.
Everything has been out, but we've been so I'm not going to say busy, but we had to organize a photo shoot and get which products we wanted to shoot. Which AJ organized every single thing. Me and another model named Jelani pulled up to the shoot and at the G'd Up office.
Yep.
Knocked it out. But there's a point in the shoot. I was like, "Hey, Kenny, can I just like put my personality in this?" Oh, we started snapping on the photos, bro. And then thank you, Kenny, for the motivation on that.
Yep,
But
yep.
focus in on the task that we have to do has been one of the most challenging things, right? Because there's
Yeah.
so many things going on.
Yeah.
But I don't think life is anything without a challenge. So it gets me super excited. So even with the clothing,
Nothing
there's so
worth having.
Huh?
Yeah. Nothing worth having.
nothing worth having, and then there's always something to do. You know what I'm
Always,
saying?
bro.
There's always something to
Always.
do, and then which is productive because when you're knocking these things out on time with deadlines, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
progressing forward and things start really combining together, which I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Like there's so much, like if my focus was to look cool on Instagram or have my IG and content look popping by being in like popping places, I would be doing things way differently, because even we were just talking right now about going to the West Side because India Love has a shoot. And the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, I have these other projects and work to do. I'm trying to decide if I have time to go or should I go finish these projects so I can turn them in and get them off my desk. And it's crazy because a lot of my life right now is those kinds of things where it's like on IG, everybody would appreciate it. Oh, that looks dope. But did I get anything done? Like, no, it wasn't like work-wise. Or do I really do the work and get things done behind closed doors that nobody sees and appreciates? But this is going to be 3-6
Progression.
months later.
For the progression.
It's for something real. So I'm always like, all right, I can do fun stuff, and then I got to do that. What up, MJ?
MJ in the building.
Yeah.
But that's the ultimate challenge of like trying to balance it and where you're trying to water where you were trying to grow, right?
Yeah.
But I believe like even some people hate him or love him. I don't care what it is, but this is an example. Elon Musk has so many different type of companies, from the Boring Company to Tesla
Yeah,
to he's making tunnels, rockets, and cars.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me it's not possible to do all of this branding stuff, right? But you need a team. We have a really good team, and we're organizing and putting our ideas in the correct way, getting budgets and allocating those budgets. And MJ's been on Monday.com nonstop. Because AJ is like, bro, you got to put everything on Monday.com so we could get it. Talk about that, bro. Like real life shit right here.
Yeah, we've been.
What is Monday.com if the people out there don't know?
So right now we're in the stage of like organization. So like
You have to organize.
I feel like everybody in this room here is super creative. I feel like we have great ideas. And I don't mean great ideas like for us. Like I talk to people who are in whatever, corporate room you want to sit in. And you would think like, oh, these people, they know what the fuck they're doing. They have whatever statistics and, beta tested everything. But no, the ideas that come out of there are not always great. And I feel like we have so many great ideas. But with that, we just have to organize. We have to figure out what are we going to tackle? How are we going to achieve everything and
at the highest aspect as well, not
Yeah.
just doing it because we wouldn't do it if you just want to do it mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you want to do something, and this goes for if you were remodeling your house, right? What do you want to tackle? What's important to you? How are you going to do it?
The
When
bathroom,
is it
the
gonna get
shower,
done?
the shower
Yeah.
head, the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
And-
That's just a bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's where we are. Like, okay, we're choosing what we like, what we don't like. We're choosing where do we want to do it. We're choosing how long is it going to take us, who's going to be involved, when is it going to be completed. And the crazy thing is if anybody else works in companies and things like that, and a creative space, is one thing doesn't go and then end and then you start the next one because you'll be behind. Things overlap and you have to simultaneously work on several projects at one time. So right now what we're doing is okay, how do we consistently work on all these things but be progressive on these projects and start knocking things down where we are achieving, day to day we're achieving something and we're going to be able to meet our goals.
For example, New York. It's been set in stone already. We were going to launch out in 420, but we're let's do a correct rollout, which is one part of something that I didn't talk about. There's a lot of stuff I didn't talk about. I only gave you how do you say
Yeah.
the tip of the iceberg?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that's if you guys didn't know, the iceberg is way bigger underneath than what you see
The
on
tip
top.
is the smallest
The
piece
tip
you'll
is the
see.
smallest piece of it that you see. Starting
So
with
talking
New
about
York
New
and the
York,
progression is been to New York so many times in my life, from as a kid to just going to the city to go visit, watch my friend
I love New
perform
York.
Madison Square Garden,
Oh,
and
shit.
just Ian Dior, and then him
Oh,
coming
sick,
to me in the
sick,
audience and shaking my hand, and it's my first time in New York. I was just walking with everybody out
Sick.
outside. I'm just like looking at this to going. With the brand over there and watching my brand be in all the stores and just walk around with the homies just checking it out, to going over there doing a pop-up, to doing events from cannabis events, to going over there and doing what's it called 420 events, to Fashion Week,
You have.
to different.
We've done
I've been
2
in
Fashion Week
every
events.
single aspect of going to
Yeah.
New York in different ways, in different seats on the airplane, type shit.
Yep.
The more I go, the more I fell in love with it. To going to the outside tip of the Empire State Building, to be on top and leaning my forehead on the mirror, on the window, you know what I mean, looking down, right?
So-
New York is so meaningful to me because the city's full of hustlers. The energy is so contagious, right? But they love the brand, Big
That's dope.
Chief.
That's
That's
dope.
one thing about it.
So what you're saying, like
Officially launching.
So yeah, like how we were talking about using a platform like Monday to organize business and everything.
How did I describe New York though?
What do you mean?
How did I describe my epicenter New York right now? In my head, it felt super cool.
It was good.
Okay.
It was good.
But-
We have amazing.
I love New York.
Amazing times in New York. I've had times that were like
From Aki to upskill. What? Talk about it.
Jesus. Oh man, so this was for G'd Up, bro. This was such a fun night. We go and we do this campaign for G'd Up. It was Fashion Week, and we had all these bikers pull up to Soho to do wheelies up and down the street. Everyone's wearing G'd Up. The bikes have like decals on them. Everybody's in gear, ski masks, all that kind of stuff. So Soho, if you're like a street bike rider and all that, it's like a no-fly zone. You are not allowed in Soho.
The
With
brick
dirt
area,
bike.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
with dirt bikes. They don't have license plates, all that. We had like a U-Haul truck take the bikes as close as we could at some of them because it was a lot of people. But like some of the leaders and all that, we took them to like sneak them into the closer area just so that we could get everybody there without like the cops interfering. And they still pulled up and tried to block the streets, and like they're running around the cops, and we had all this crazy content. It was fucking dope. So we
New York
shoot that, New York shit. It was dope. It was a cool campaign. We got some like ill content. Shout out Wes, Paco, TK, the whole team, Steve, everybody, Prime. And then we go eat at Little Italy, like on some mafia shit, like eat like the mafia. We're eating pasta and all that. Then we're like, what are we gonna do? All right, let's go out. Well, one of the homies, Vice, he's like, yo, I want to smoke hookah. All right, cool. Somebody told me about a hookah spot in Queens, HOA. And I was like, all right.
shit.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, like we want to pull up. We go pull up. The first thing, they put us in VIP. I ain't never been there, but the homies from New York, like, hit them up and said, yo, the homies coming through. As soon as we get there, all the screens start saying G'd Up. I didn't send nobody the logos, none of that. I was like, oh shit, like they're on it. And then we go to VIP. They had a whole section for us on like that higher level. We're like, damn, this is dope. Everyone's going up. The bottle service girls came up to us and they were like, yo, who are you guys? And we're like, what are you talking about?
They're Dominican too. You notice
Yeah,
that?
Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican, all that. So much fun. So they come up to us and they were like, yo, who are you guys? Because VIP was sold out. And then the owner came and kicked this section out just for you guys to come.
Yeah.
We never seen y'all. We're like, oh, we're from LA. We're from a brand. You know, we doing this. Cool. We start going up. It starts getting crazy. Some of the bike leaders end up pulling up with us. And these are dudes who are like in all the Meek Mill videos, like everything. They all got like a gang of jewelry. They got Rough Rider chains, all iced out. They're all like somebody. Some of them have like meat coats on and stuff like that. Like
They're trying to have a good night too.
So we're like, cool, we going up even more. Then the homie, one of the bike leaders from out there, Leaky, he hits me up and he's like, yo, my homie's birthday is right around the corner. It's like 2 minutes from here. Let's go pull up to the club he's at. That shit is up. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, we still got bottles, or what you want to do? Man, just give them to the girls. Fuck it. So we grab all the bottles and we start giving everybody shots. Like, we out of here. We bounce. All right, cool. We go outside and I'm like, yo, give me the address so I can Uber over there. Nah. Just jump in the car. This fool got a fucking 2-door Benz. And it's like 6, 7 of us.
What the fuck? So you got to fit in the 4 people can fit. 2 people are lapping.
Yeah. And
what are we doing?
He was like, nah, bro, it's only like 2 minutes. And I was like, dog, it's like, just give me the address.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, just jump in. We good.
He was persistent.
Nah, bro. Like,
so y'all were like this. So y'all ended up like this in the car.
So we end up jumping into the car because he won't give us address because everyone's faded. Cops pull up while we like arguing because they don't know what's going on. But we just like, homies.
Hey, bro,
arguing.
just give me a fucking address. Talk about jumping in.
And then,
fuck out of here.
So then we do jump in. Everybody, fucking crazy. We're smashing. It is not 2 minutes away. This shit is like 10 minutes away.
Hey, that New York 2 minute not 2
Bro, we taking red lights, stop signs. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? He pulls over in one moment because he sees like some girls in the street. And he tells them, yo, what up? What y'all doing?
There's six people in the car.
I'm like, dog.
Hold on.
Get in
where? Bro, where they gonna get in the trunk? The fucking hood?
So we're
They're
like,
gonna sit on top of the hood?
At this point, I don't know where I am in New York. It's like the hood.
You're in
I don't
Queens
know
or
where.
somewhere, yeah.
I was in Queens. We driving 10 minutes in the dark.
Oh,
just
you're in a
taking
different
red
borough.
lights. We don't know where the fuck we are. We finally pull up to the spot. And his homie's like, where are we going? He'll pass his homie the phone. This is directions. His homie grabs the phone because everyone's drunk. And he's like, fool, unlock it. He'll hit it 2 times and give it back. It's not unlocked. And he keeps doing that. And I'm like, bro, what's happening? So then we get to the location.
This is all crazy, bro.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It's like, it was such a fun night. So then we get to the spot. He falls out the car and like lays there in like his fur. And I'm like, yo, get up. What's going on? He gets up. We walk up to the club. As soon as we walk up, security had like a line blocking the door. And they told us straight up,
no.
Yo, capacity, nobody's getting in.
That's normal New York club. That's how it be.
And we were like, nah, man, we're trying to get in. You know, it's the homie's birthday. And they're like, no, capacity. Nobody's getting in. The homie is drunk, the one that fell on the floor. He gets up and he hits the security guard. He tells him, what the fuck you mean we ain't getting in? He swings on that fool.
They beat his ass, huh?
Yo, so then all the security come out the club. And I was like, bro, we about to get packed out right here. So then right before anything happens, I tell him, yo, this is who I am. I'm from out here, from LA. These are my homies because I told Pistol Pete that I was going there. I talked to him on the way over there. I told him, yo, my homie's Pistol Pete. I told him I'm coming here. He told me I'm good. And the owner looked at me, because the owner ended up coming out. He looked at me, he was like, how many with y'all? And I was like, they're with me. All right, let these fools in. And they let us in. Then we get in there.
Even the guy that swung?
Yeah, even him. So we get inside and we're this is crazy. We get in there, everybody's already lit, and the whole shit's going up. Then the dude who it was his birthday, he got like only an undershirt on. And it looked like it's like full of blood. Like he got in a fight or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, we like 25 bottles deep right now. We going up. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then, yeah, I don't know what time we got home, but that was New York.
Hey, the New York nights don't be ending until 7 a.m. because then you're on LA time too.
Yeah, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good because that's how you can really stay up though over there. Because I have to, we have to force ourselves to leave the litness to go home because we got to wake up in the morning and do an event.
We got work.
Yeah,
we got real shit. Like we don't come out there for like a vacation. Like
I don't go.
We might get one day to chill.
Of course, but have you noticed we don't go to places just to go places? We go to places, then we enjoy the fruits of that place.
It's like the shit I'm saying about India. Like I love India, and like where she's shooting at, those are the homies. Like everything is love, but
Rob believes shoot,
like,
the homie shooting it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like I gotta work on this too, but it's dope.
I feel like if you double down on what you got to do, it's definitely worth it in the long term because then the fruits will come out. Mm-hmm. And to me, That's not success though. Success to me is like growth being better than last year or better than yesterday. Some progression towards something. It's not a materialistic
sure.
item.
For sure.
Success is like, am I in the same place I was last year? The growth of a progression mentally.
Yep.
Because I truly believe with every single cell in my body, bro. If you really focus on what you do and you do it for consistently for a long period of time, you will. You know, there's a thing you get tired of falling, you will get up and you walk, then you run, right?
Yeah.
But in that period of time, right, that progression really pays off, bro. And that's why they say it takes 10 years to be an overnight success.
Yeah.
And in June, it's about to be my 10th year in California.
Oh, sick. I was just thinking about that the other day because we've talked about the story, like where you guys first ate, you guys told me and all that kind of stuff. So I was putting together like how long you guys have been out here. But that's tight.
It's about to be my 10th year.
That's a big milestone.
And I've been doing Big Chief since 2017, the brand.
17, yeah.
So 17, so 2027 would be
8 years.
2027 would be 10 years.
10 years.
But for
this
me
year
being
will
out
be
here
8 years.
for 8 years for me being out here, it's my 10th year.
That's
So
huge.
you got to just keep pushing at this point. You know, where we move way too forward, how we are progressed and where we are right now to where we came from before I couldn't afford the bus at the Greyhound.
You know what? I feel like a lot of people.
That's insane to me, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm not insane. I believed it though.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna happen.
But it's not just believing; it's the work too.
The work has to happen, bro.
Yeah.
If you ask God for food, and then you just sit around all day and don't go get the food, the food's out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to go put in the work.
Nah, it's. I feel like I tell people my background because people will see the fun side, which of course there is a fun side. And I enjoy the fun side, which is like going to Fashion Week, going to Paris, going to London, going to New York, whatever it is. And it's like, hell yeah, it's fun. Like there's 100% work. Like I work out early. I have to, I don't get to see the city and most of the times until the project is done. And then I get to do like the tourist kind of stuff. But like there's 100% work. But what people don't realize are the years like I didn't get paid working. The years where like I did like, I guess you would call it like grunt work. Where like
it's called paying your dues.
Yeah, paying your dues. Where I would
10 toes down,
tape up boxes and load up product and organize closets. Where nobody was like being nice to you, nobody was like applauding it. I pay for my own gas to get out there. I'm not getting paid for it, but I had like a vision and I had a goal, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and that's gonna get me to here. And then when I'm there, I'm gonna do this, and that's gonna get me to here. And everybody, like, I only had a handful of friends that saw it like, oh, that would be dope. And everybody else, if I expressed like my goals or whatever, they would be like, yeah, how's that gonna happen? That ain't gonna happen. Like you're not that person, whatever. And now you are that person. Just like this company, I feel like a lot of people think that you guys just came from money and like, oh yeah, they have this company because they wanted to have this company, but not that you guys actually built all of this, which is amazing. Like we're in a whole facility.
what you own.
Yeah. Like it's amazing. They see a car and they think like, oh, you fucking made it. And I'm like, the car is just like the sneakers. It's just a representation. That's not my value. That's not my worth. That's my daily driver, whatever.
As I reflect on it, and I look really back on even when the people that doubted us or in general coming up, right?
Yeah.
And the people that didn't see the vision or the people you want to prove wrong, you never really even think about that. At the point where you do make it, you got to realize that. The fuel to the fire, people put it as that way, but I feel like every single thing that you go through, you got to really feel it. Like, when someone doesn't believe in you, you believe in yourself, but you got to feel it. You're like, damn, this person really doesn't understand the vision. Then the person starts, oh, he gets the vision.
Yeah.
Then the person's like, no, you see the homie's vision.
Yeah.
Then the homie that's saying this stands behind the vision. Don't take it personal.
Yeah, and
it's the progression of it, but feel that feeling of it happening, because then that's the marker, the reflection.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And I won't judge anybody
Of the
for not-
progression, of the markers of the progression.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge anybody on not seeing the vision because it's my vision. It's what I wanted and what I was gearing towards. And in believing that I would get there, I believe in myself. Like what Emery Vegas Jones, what he says is like bet on yourself. Like I know that I can bet on myself because I'm gonna be a good bet. And those people don't know how hard I'm willing to work or what I'm willing to do. So that's why they don't see it. They don't see that, like, if you put me in that room, I'll be able to hold my own. They think, like, I'm going to get swallowed up. I'm going to, like, get eaten alive. But me believing in myself and all that, like, they don't have to believe in me.
That's alignment.
Yeah.
That's true alignment.
Like, bro, and there's so many times, even to this day, that I want to say, it's not like you can call everything. Like, oh, I know this is going to be this or that, but
Because sometimes it's better.
yeah, but I have
Most time it's better.
I have instincts and I have intuition, and what I've learned in my life is follow my own intuition and my instincts because they know best for me. Even if I don't understand it, I know follow that because if you have that feeling, it's for a reason. We had meetings last year talking about these little bag charms. Remember? And I was saying we should design little bag charms and this and that. And I was like, you can clip it onto your luggage. You could clip it on your designer bags. Like, that's cool, whatever, right? I had numerous talks with people. And people were like, that's kind of weird. Like, we don't really care, whatever, right? Fucking Labubu popped up and is going crazy.
Nuts.
And that's the exact
It's going nuts right now.
And that's the exact thing.
This is the highest it's ever been today at this point right now.
Yeah.
This is the highest it's
Yeah.
ever been. It
Yeah.
keeps growing every day, though.
Yeah. And like it's I feel like it's temporary. Not like I don't know how far Labubu go, whatever. Like that actual company and that charm. But it's just fashion and things like this in our culture. They rotate, there's cycles. But I just saw it and I was like, you know what, this is cool. I feel like people will fuck with it. And then now I see everyone doing it and I'm like, damn, see, like we were right on that. And it doesn't even like bother me that like, damn, you could have had a hand in that. You could have had some company or been a part of somebody and then been well off with what they're doing. But for me, I don't see it as like an L. I see it as more.
I'm on the right path.
Yeah, like
I'm on the
see,
right
your
path.
intuition was correct again. Keep following your intuition
And follow it.
Keep doing that, and then because, bro, I can't even tell you. I love to read. I've been getting deeper into my reading.
What are you reading right now?
Right now, I'm reading the 5 a.m. Club.
5 a.m. Club? What's it about? I
Yeah.
love reading.
Dude, it's the best. I used to read books. Well, you guys, I don't know if everyone knows, but I was away and I would fucking run through books. Well,
How many books do you think you read in your life? Over 100?
I think so.
Nice.
I had a friend that read. He was going down the list of like the 100 best novels, like ever, and I found out about that like late into my term when I was almost home. So then I jumped on and I just started knocking down whatever I could, and they were like Frankenstein. If you've never read Frankenstein, it's only like 180 pages. It's like a short book, but it's fucking good. It's so like articulate. Read Frankenstein, and it's nothing like what you think. Like a movie, it's not the same as the book. Read like Great Gatsby, all those.
I read
I've
all
read
those.
them.
So on the book progression, right? Mm-hmm. Let me know if you're right there with it. So I read all those books like Great Gatsby and all like different artistic books like Frankenstein, different ones, right? I don't think I read Frankenstein in general, ever finished it.
Yeah.
But I read other books like that I got into. I never really read Harry Potter except for a couple of them. But you can never finish Harry Potter. That's a lot of shit. At that point, I wasn't really absorbing it, right?
Yeah.
But when I started reading books, I read The Great Gatsby, watched the movie, looked at everything about it. I'm like, oh, I fuck with this. This is like one of the first things that I really like got me in tune with like art, theater, and even acting. Leonardo DiCaprio, how he portrayed it, and how they did the forecasting in the movie,
That's such a good
and
movie.
the signs in the movie,
Yeah.
and every single thing how they play the characters, especially the new ones,
Because even
the
him,
classic ones,
self-made,
self-made.
the character, yeah. He didn't come from
He was
anything.
self-made, and then going into other books like self-improvement books like The Alchemist,
Those are my favorite.
22 Laws of Marketing.
Yeah, 48 Laws of Power.
Exactly on that road.
Art of War. I've read all of those books.
Then
Robert Greene.
going to books that curate business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're reading. Now I want to progress into a next level of books.
Yeah.
But I'm always looking for like, what's the next read, bro? Because
Yeah.
I went through. You got to go through that progression of books.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
order to learn information, then you're reading books. You're like, I know this.
Yeah.
I know this because every time I read all these books right now, 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing, which is
Yeah.
on Nipsey Hussle's book list.
Yeah.
I'm reading this. I'm like, I know this. I
Yeah.
know, but I'm learning stuff too. I'm like,
I've
oh,
read books that Nipsey talks about in interviews. Oh, I read this book and I did this in my thing. And I was like, bro, I read the same book and I thought the same ideas, but applied to like aspects and
Different
things that I
category.
work with in my life. And I was like, dude, how amazing that like the person who made that influences all these people. It's pretty dope. I love it.
There's another powerful book I forgot Nipsey Hussle recommends, but pretty much it's like
I have a book list that he posted. I have it screenshot.
I'm gonna give it to you too. But that
Oh,
book,
you have one?
I have the book.
Okay,
and
sick,
that
sick.
book is like for like actual men. You know what I mean? So for the progression of men.
I know what you. The damn, what's it called?
What's it called?
He had an interview and he said, if you're not a confident woman, do not
not
give
read that
this book to your man.
Yeah.
That was such
Don't
a
give
good quote.
that book. That's the reason.
like highly effective men or whatever.
I read whatever that book
Power or something. Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk. I'll try to remember, but y'all can look it up
Yeah,
in those
yeah,
contexts if you
yeah.
really want to read
Yeah,
the book.
yeah.
But that book, when I did truly read it, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm living this.
It's
And
dope,
and, then and in certain aspects, I'm like, oh, I should carry on with like this with
Yeah.
this situation, you know. But
You know-
very powerful book.
You know what? I feel like I'm excited this month coming up, May. It's dope because my birthday's in the beginning of May.
4 days from now is your birthday.
5 because it's
5?
May 4th.
So by like the time this pod releases,
Yeah.
it's your birthday.
Yep.
Hey, go wish
Yep.
my boy happy birthday when you
Yeah.
see this pod.
For sure. So I love May. I've never been like the person to like do like a big function for my birthday because I feel like I celebrate all year. And what I really do is like I celebrate more in summer. Like from when my birthday starts to summer, I treat it like, you know how girls be like on IG or whatever.
My
like,
birthday month.
It's my birthday month. I'm like, yo, it's my whole summer. Like, so, but I live my life like that. Like I feel like I treat myself my whole life. Like, but because I've lived like in a lot of struggles and everything. And I know one of my like ideals is that everything is temporary. So if I have a watch that I like, I'm not gonna keep it tucked away. Like, oh, I don't want to mess up this watch. I'm like, bro, this watch is gonna, you know, it's made of material. It'll break at a random time. It could be stolen. It could
Everything
be lost.
materialistic is temporary in this world.
Everything's temporary. So I'm like, I'm gonna wear this watch every time I feel like wearing it. I don't care if I'm at home watching a movie and I feel like wearing. I'm gonna wear that fucking watch. A luxury car, yeah, like
I'm sitting there
Bro,
watching the Godfather with my watch out, with my
with
wine
my
like
watch
this.
on. Sometimes I wear jewelry and I'm drinking wine, watching movies, and
Looking at my watch.
Nobody's
Hey,
home.
but you're
It's
just looking
me.
at your watch, looking at the movie. Hey,
Man.
you're great. That's gratitude. If
It's
that's not gratitude, that's gratitude.
That's gratitude. Like,
that's gratitude.
It's for nobody else. I'm not posting anything. Nobody's there. It'd be just me at home.
You're
And
just
I'm
gratitude in right there, huh?
And like I have like a very deep appreciation from the struggles that I've had. And you know what? I'm very empathetic. So it's not just my struggles. It's I have friends that got like killed at like 18 years old.
So you feel their struggle.
So I feel like my friend never got to see this world, never got to see these experiences, like never got to be on a plane, go to Paris, never any of that. So if I'm doing anything, I appreciate it to the highest.
you always
Like,
take your people with you wherever you go.
everywhere. I try to put everybody on.
And then
Because-
go enjoy this. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
If you want to be a part of something in life, something great, this is what the motion is like.
Yeah. And do you know, like, I can't even tell you, like, a list of how many people I've, like, got to impact or influence. Like, PD is OTR's, like, #1 videographer, photographer. PD never owned a camera. And I would take him around, and then he was like, what should I do? And I was like, do whatever you're into. I can't give you like a route like, oh, be a tattoo artist, be this celebrity.
He just wanted to
barber,
do something though.
He wanted to do something in like the industry, and I was like, go to what like gets your attention, and like give it your passion, give it your hard work, like dive into it, and then whatever you need from me, I got you. So if you want like, hey, you're gonna be with that artist, can I come take photos? Yeah, pull up, I got you. So I'll give you whatever access. You could use my equipment, whatever. And then now I have all kinds of people who have been like to make something on their own. And then they've thanked. What about the kid from Turn, who said that he sold I think $5,000 in his because he has his own clothing company.
Yeah, I do remember when he came up to you, and then you gave him some game. He came back. He goes, "Bro, I like more than tripled it."
Yeah.
And then
So he went from 5,000 to 30,000.
and now I see him just with his truck
Yep.
going traveling different places
Yep.
and mudding with his Bronco, having a good time. And then you see him at events shooting video, like dope events that we're at.
And all it
shooting
was
with,
we sat down in a
photography,
conversation.
video.
You sat down and he was like, yo, you work your marketing? You work for fashion? Yeah. And he was like, yo, I got a brand. And I was like, all right. He said, can you give me tips? And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. We're like, oh, do this, that, and you'll kill it. I was like, tell me about the brand. Tell me why you started it. Tell me who you are, who you want to wear it, like all those kind of things. Give me like depth into it. And then I'll give you my insight.
And
like,
he did?
Like, yeah, so he did that. And then I was like, does your website show that? Does your content reflect that? Or are you making content that you think looks cool? Or do you make content that tells your story? And stuff like that. So just gave him these tips. He took them and did apply them. He's like, bro, the next release, I made 30 racks off of what you told me. He said, I only did what you told me. And that shit, fucking, I'm winning now.
And it's
I was like,
different
bro.
for everybody out there because you can be also having emotion and doing your thing, but you just got to capitalize on a certain way and put it out there for the people, right?
Yeah.
And there's always motion going on that you can possibly be getting into because the world has so many categories. What
Oh, it's
sells?
endless.
What sells? Sex. Older, no, I'm telling you, cosmetics, beauty.
Oh, huge.
Older people, medicine and health, right? Like stuff like that. Like some of the boring things you think that sell, really sell. Beauty, health, fitness, elderly people's
Bro,
health stuff.
it's endless.
Like
It's
it's endless. Those are the billion-dollar industries.
And so it's endless. And then I feel like if I have, just like I talked about my intuition and stuff, I feel like I'm good at recognizing a diamond in the rough because I felt like I was a diamond in the rough. Like Kenny does our production for all this. I told Kenny a few times already, his time here with us, all this work is temporary because he's gonna do crazy work in all these hard ass productions. And that's gonna be fire. If somebody else, see a lot of people in the city will gatekeep and try to put in someone's head like, nah, that ain't for you. Or don't apply for that. Don't go for that. But see, in my head, it's the total opposite. When Kenny shoots a fucking feature film and has a red carpet thing, he's gonna hit us up like, yo, you my guys, like pull up for my movie. And I'm gonna be like, yo, it's fucking ill. Like
Kenny throwing gang signs
my
up back
homie
there.
is like, dog, and all this shit is real. Because like another thing, like I don't have the pride or ego to take in like, oh, I'm like a guru. I like the kid who came up and said, oh, I just wanted to give you your flowers, AJ.
He did give you your flowers.
Yeah, that was dope. And then right after he told me, I told him, yo, check this out, bro. That was all you. And he was like, what you mean? Like, I did everything that you told me. And I was like, but you did that work.
You put in the effort.
You put in the effort. You applied. You didn't just hear it and say, well, I don't like those ideas. I like my ideas. Like, you applied it. You were humble to try something.
You went through the uncomfortableness.
Yeah, and then
that's pretty much what it is.
And you took the risk. You have to take your money, make these products, take your time, do that work. Like, so I was like, I really appreciate that. It's fucking dope. But in the end, bro, it was you. And he was like, damn, bro, like, fuck, I came here to give you your flowers and you telling me like, I'm the key. And I was like, you are, bro. And
That's inspiring.
it's dope, bro, because
Him doing that is inspiring.
It
He don't
is.
even realize that. If you watch this, bro, that's super inspiring. Because
man.
I always think about that story too. That situation that happened. That moment.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a lot of moments. It's one of the highlight moments that I
Yeah.
seen. Because he was around us
Yeah.
when this happened. Then he comes back and does that. It's like
Yeah, it was tight.
anybody can do it, but now take it to a different level.
Yeah.
Come
and
on.
That's happened a gang of times, bro. I'm telling you.
You
a
never know
gang of
who's
times.
and then the fact is, I seen a video of what's it called, Amiri, Michael Amiri.
Yeah, Michael Amiri.
He was at a random pop-up shop. I guess he was showing love to different people, but it
Yeah.
was like tents outside. It's like a farmer's market looking thing with clothing,
Yeah.
right? And he's walking up and buying people's stuff,
Yeah.
people's stuff. And he's walking to
And it's Michael Amiri. If he told him who he is, they give it to him for free.
and then he's looking at the
Yeah.
stuff around there. And he's looking at him and he goes, "Hey, bro, this could be in a designer store and it could be on the street.
Yeah.
It's just really for the people, right? Like for the culture right
Yeah.
here." That's what he says. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And he was giving his props, and I'm looking at him like, you never know who's walking by your brand or
Nah, bro.
giving you your cred. Because then Saks Fifth hits that guy up, and he
Yeah.
goes, "What's up? Let me take all your inventory."
Yeah.
Then somebody else, Nordstrom hits you up, and then he goes, "Hey, yo, I'll pay you this much amount
Yeah.
to go take your inventory, right?" Now Barney's New York is hitting you, but like, okay, let me get some exclusive pieces.
Yeah.
But the fact that you kept going, Kenny
Yeah.
always told me this. One word. I'm gonna start telling you. I'm gonna start saying it like this.
What?
I'm gonna repeat the story until y'all understand what I'm trying to get to.
What is
I
it?
love this. I'm gonna start ending the pod with this story a lot. So you know the people that be juggling those bowling
Yeah,
ball
yeah,
pins and
yeah.
stuff on the street by Almeida.
Yeah. Where
So
they be
Ken was
hustling?
feeling
Yeah.
generous that day. He's been on his light thing. He came back from vacation or before. I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah,
something
yeah.
around that time. You know, that's in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's the point
was
of
your
the
reason,
story.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he goes to the first car, the guy, and they don't give him anything. Then he goes to the second car.
Uh-huh.
And doesn't get anything. So Kenny's looking at this, but Kenny goes right when before he's coming from the first car, he's thinking, he was like, "I'm gonna give this guy $100. I'm gonna bless him," you know.
That's fucking
Kenny's
dope.
third car.
Yeah.
He didn't walk. He just walked across the street. He didn't go to the third car.
He didn't keep digging.
He didn't keep digging.
It was diamond mining. You didn't keep digging.
So just keep going, guys.
Yeah, bro,
Every
it's-
just gotta keep going,
Bro.
And then maybe if you miss that first two car, maybe if you go to the third or fourth car next time, or even that fifth car before the right light turns red, for even if you're pushing it. For
Yeah.
example, that example, bro, you might get that $100, or someone might just give you the free car just sitting in there. Like, hey, you
Bro.
can have my car.
It's like
You never know what can happen. But I'm just letting you know it's an example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
no, I believe
You just gotta
like,
keep going.
like my goals and like I believe whatever I believe so strongly, nobody can shake it. Like nobody. If I say this can happen or this is gonna happen, people are like, bro, like how is that gonna happen? And it happens all the time. And people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I just believe in it and have faith in it so much that I work towards it. Like if somebody sat me down and said, it's gonna come. Just do what you're gonna do, and then at some point it's gonna come.
I'd rather put in
That's how
that
I
work
move.
and not feel. It hurts more than not to feel that you didn't put the work and effort into it more than putting the effort into it.
Do you remember Nipsey's bracelet? Nipsey has a bracelet. It's gold, and it was a crescent diamonds, and it said like, the agony of defeat is far less than the agony of like not trying, something like that. It's way more profound
In that
than the way I did
context,
it.
though.
Yeah, but it's like,
But
way more profound.
that's how people who really have faith believe.
Like the agony of
in
not
it.
trying is way more than the agony of defeat. Like that's minimum because it just didn't work out. But to not try at all and just wonder the rest of your life what could have happened is ridiculous.
But if you put the work in and then
Bro, like-
it comes to you, whatever your fruits are, like the day you plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
I know you heard this. The day you plant the seed is not the day
Yeah.
the flower rises.
Yeah.
You have to water the flower. You have to make sure you're trimming the dead leaves around the flower, making sure it has fertile soil around it. It's protected, not
Bro.
getting hit by the wind, and that seed will
Like,
grow
I have a friend
to
that's,
to a flower.
that's a real estate agent. I hadn't seen him from years, since like high school. I see him. He tells me, "Oh, I'm a real estate agent. This and that." I was like, "Oh, dope." He was like, "You ever need a house, bro? Something like that? You're in the market. Let me know." And I said, "You know what? I do want a crib. I want this. I want it to be this big. I want it to be in this city, and I want it for this much." And he said, "Okay, if anything comes up, I'll let you know." And we would keep in contact. It probably took like 2 years. And it wasn't like an everyday thing. Just we would tap in with each other. And he told me, then he calls me, "Hey, there's a house." Excuse me. He said, "There's a house. It's everything you said. Where you said, how much you said, everything that you told me." And he was like, "You want to check it out?" And then I went up against somebody who was paying cash. And I was like, "No, we're going to get the house." And I wrote them a letter and all that. And they were like, "Yo, we're giving you the house."
What'd you write on the letter?
I just told them honestly, like, it's like, I want this for my family. This is what I always like wanted. I know how to like work physically with my hands, and I'm going to like build it into like something beautiful. And I'm not buying the house like just to flip it as like an investment. I want to live in it. And they were like, they told me, and I, we didn't know this. They said, "We've had this house since it's been built in our family the whole time. It's been like 78 years."
So you're the only other person.
Yeah,
other
the only
than
other
family.
person. And they said, "It's always been in our family, and we want to give it to another family. Even though this person's going to pay cash, we'll give it to you."
So new generation just started.
Yeah. And then
How cool is that?
That's fucking dope.
A
And then
13-year-old you would be like, "Oh, hey."
And then the
dope.
crazy thing is the real estate agent, my
Dope as
homie,
fuck.
told me like, "Hey, bro, you're my homie." He said, "So I never told you anything, but when you gave me what you wanted, how much you wanted," he said, "when we hung up the phone, I thought, this fool's never going to get that." He said, "There ain't no way. You can't get all those things AJ wants. He's not going to get that." He said, "But you just waited, and you had like your credit, your money, you had everything stacked up waiting for it, and you believed the opportunity was going to come."
Eventually,
He was like, "And it
preparation
fucking
means
came."
opportunity.
He was like, "Dog," and I couldn't believe it. Like,
Wow.
this is exactly what AJ wanted. And then I told him, "Yeah, bro, I knew I would get it." And he was like, "How?" Like, everyone in my office was like, "Dog, you can't get that. That's not possible." He's like, and then it happened.
Don't let the world fool you or see what's possible or not. Everything is possible in a positive way if you think.
It's always impossible until someone does it. Then it's like, "Oh, yeah, that's possible."
Fuck the doubt.
Yeah, it's crazy. And to go back to the kid where I was saying, like, I gave him game, whatever, right? And I do that for whoever. I don't do it like, "Oh, you got to be my close circle." Whatever I can, because like I told him, I said, "Look, bro, I looked out for you because there were points in my life where people looked out for me. And it was the same aspect. They didn't know me.
But you didn't want anything in return. That's the
Yeah.
fact. You wish sometimes I wish someone just looked out for me, and God always did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
God got me.
God got
forever.
me.
Like, even I've been through hard times, right? Of course, everybody goes through hard times. And recently, like, hard times. But one thing, like, I'll be like, "Yo," I tell my family, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't question God. Like, if I gotta struggle for whatever reason, okay, let's struggle. But I will not question God." I remember Iverson said that in the interview. Did you know Iverson's story that he got locked up
Yeah, for murder.
for like a crazy battery or something?
Oh, like battery?
At a bowling alley.
Oh yeah, that bowling alley situation.
When he was supposed
something
to go
like that. I've seen the story.
to college or to the pros, and then he went to prison instead. And he was like, he told his grandma, "Why would this happen to me?" And his grandma told him, "Never question God." And he said, at that moment, he said, "Okay, like, I'm gonna let it go. I won't question God." And it went from being in prison that his sentence got like he got exonerated. He got admitted into a college and then went pro. Like, everything that, like, if
If it's destined for you, what happened?
like if you just told his lawyers, "How do we get him out early?" They'll be like, "Bro, he's done. He got sentenced. It's over. He can't get out early." And it went like a trajectory that's like unheard of. But again, like, nothing's impossible. So it was crazy. I saw that when I was locked up, and I already had took that mentality. When I seen that, it was like,
You're on the Iverson mentality.
I was like,
but
bro,
it's a
that's the
different
same
one.
thing.
That's off court Iverson mentality.
and I was like, never question God. Like, it's not for me. This isn't for me. I'm not at that level.
I believe everything is written, but there's certain parts of your story that you have
gotta do your
opportunity to fill in, which is your part.
Yeah.
A lot of great things are about to happen, especially in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has now surpassed Japan as more wealthy economy. I think we're
We're
up
like
there.
3 or 4.
We're up there. It's
in the
number
world.
3 in the
It's
world.
wild.
Not even in the United States.
We
in the world.
stimulate the economy.
Even though it doesn't translate when I look outside sometimes, but I feel like
You know what's funny? That's just how. That's just how.
Yeah, did I lie though? It's to be blunt, bro.
Look at.
I don't
Like-
know whose pockets that trajectory going.
We say that until we step out. Like
It is not. It is nice
'cause
outside,
look at
bro.
like you got jewelry, I got jewelry. There's go yard. We got all this.
Yeah.
and this is normal.
yeah.
Like nobody in the city would look at
Until
us
you go to like a random state like
Random.
Alabama, they're looking at you like, hey,
like what the fuck?
Who
Like,
the fuck is
yo,
this?
What? Like, but yeah.
But not every. But like a lot of people, if you really
there's
look at
still
Los
struggle.
Angeles, a lot of people that are doing dope things.
Excuse me.
I can
There's still
actually
struggle.
see it though. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the houses all the way from San Diego, driving all the way up to San Francisco, bro. There's so many different houses and everything in between. But the prime real estate is like
Yeah.
very costly because it's been there since the California gold rush, right?
Yeah.
And then people always wanted to move to California. Then the movie industry, then agriculture started happening, and agriculture probably
Oh,
came
I
before
love-
the movie industry. Then the movie industry started happening.
I love the history of
Agriculture is the number
California.
one thing.
Yeah.
We have California wine
Yep.
fields all the way from Santa Rosa across. But
And we grew wine when they said it could only come like from Paris. And then California grew wine. And then they were like, oh yeah, y'all could grow it, but it ain't gonna be nothing. And then it started winning competitions.
California is
It's crazy.
it's pretty insane place.
But you
bro.
know what's crazy? I feel like it's blessings too because
Super.
if you see California's like history, it's always been like innovative and like forward thinking. We never had slavery here. Like it's always been like a melting pot. Like look at Julius came from up north, right? He came down here and flourished. There's other places where like if you're from out of town,
They don't accept you.
yeah, you're not gonna make it. Like everything's set. There's already a barber here, who's the guy. Like you can't take his spot. You know, like those kind of things. It's endless.
Here, when you do come in, it's a melting pot, and you do get other people's backgrounds as well, and then you learn from each other, and then
Yeah.
that's what it's like. Why it's so dope? Because when people do bring like the
the
experience,
culture,
the
whatever,
experience
yeah.
of growing up, bro,
Yeah.
the culture of that
Yep.
here, and then they add into the melting pot, and then they create something. It adds to the city even
Yeah,
more,
it does.
bro.
It gives us like more like, and the city is like, we have these pockets that are just like, I don't know if you go to like Laguna Beach, like Laguna's, you go to Laguna, you go to Newport. They're both like affluent coastline beach areas. But I feel like Laguna is more like free spirited, that kind of energy. Newport's a little more stuffy, like old money. But it's crazy because you just go to these different areas
So different.
and it's a
Different
whole
communities.
atmosphere. Yeah.
And
totally.
then the more, like, just say you go to Malibu or go
Yeah.
to the gated communities by the what's that school?
Go to
The-
Malibu, go to Beverly
What's that?
Hills,
What's
go to
that
Bel Air.
school right there where they shot Zoe 101? Pacific Coast Highway.
Pepperdine?
Pepperdine.
Yeah.
You go look at that neighborhood back
Yeah.
there, bro. A whole different neighborhood.
Wild.
You know what I'm saying? With different type of people. Then you go to
Wow.
Porter Ranch. Different
You just tell
people.
someone out here, oh, I go to Pepperdine. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, are you related to the president? It's like crazy. Like,
But there's different things out here. There's UCLA, there's USC
Yeah.
in the hood, but
Yeah.
there's so many good restaurants around that area.
Wow.
There's
it's a
like
private school.
insane, bro.
It has a music program
Everybody's
from-
next to each other,
Yeah.
but like New York, like in New York, one thing about New York and LA, everyone are just like next to each other. New York
Yeah.
is more, bro, but
Yeah.
LA, everyone's like you pull up in traffic, right?
Yeah.
This guy, like this
Yeah.
guy's could be the first day in LA.
Yeah.
This guy's family's been from LA. The
Yeah.
guy behind you is from Wisconsin. The
Yeah.
guy for the left is from Spain or Europe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like different people, and there's, you know what it is? It's half the United States put in one little population of the area. You know
That's
that,
pretty
right?
dope.
That's what it
Like,
is.
I was
if you
at,
look it up, that's a fact.
I was at my showroom for G'd Up in the parking lot. and some girl was trying to pay for her parking, and I told her like, oh, you could put any number, because you put like the number of your parking space, and I was like, nah, they don't care. They just care that you have that you paid for parking. And she told me like, oh, okay, thank you, but her accent was really strong. And I was like, where are you from? And she was like, oh, I'm from Italy. I'm from Naples. I was like, damn, that's dope. Like, I've been out there. I've been to these cities. And she was like, yeah. Like, I've been here for like 10 months. This was my dreams to come to LA. And I was like, dude, that's crazy, because I've been in like an Uber in Paris, like with my girl. And when they ask us, where are you guys from? Because we're Hispanic. We could be from Barcelona or Spain, like in Europe. And we're like, no, we're from LA. And they're like, yo, my dream is to go to LA. And I'm like, that's crazy that we live the same way I like romanticize or idolize about things in Paris and Italy. Like it's the other side of the world. I forget that people do the same thing for us.
I did.
And the same thing.
I did when I was in the 6th grade.
Did you?
Yeah, I
what
always
did you
wanted to
think
live
before you came.
I was in my class, bro, in the computer, and I was just looking at different places. And I found Malibu, and I clicked on some of the best places.
Yeah.
And I saw Malibu, and I'm looking at it. I'm going to LA.
No
I'm looking at
way.
different things. Bro. I told myself I'm living here. So check this out.
How crazy.
My parents said we have to move to Arkansas, and I'm like, damn.
You were like, this is a
bro.
different direction. I'm
This is
trying
like
to get
different
here.
direction, right?
Trying to get over
So
here.
the teacher go, where you moving? I'm going to Malibu.
The teacher was like, y'all hit the lottery? What's going
And
on?
she was like, oh, my sister lives there.
no way.
I was like, how is it? She was
Dude,
like,
that's
there's
amazing.
this. I don't remember in detail what she said. I just knew I was like, I want to live here. Right? And look where I live.
You know what's another thing?
Bro, you got to watch what you say in positive way.
Oh,
You say good things.
That's amazing. You say good things. Your tongue is so powerful. The speech is so powerful. So that's what I was just going to say. So me and my girl, we go, wherever in the whole world. And every time we step out, if we went to dinner tonight, we always have the best experience. But the crazy thing is like we come out with the energy that like everybody loves us. Like everybody's trying to look out for us. Everybody wants to kick it. So the
That
waitress, the waitress, the hostess, bro, I'll meet the manager, head of security, whatever. We go to Italy, they're like, yo, let me take you to this place. My sister owns it. This food's for free. We never met these people. And we have the best like of everything. And everyone's like, how lucky you guys got. And I feel like it's never luck because we just come out like, why don't we deserve to be happy and be with everybody? And we're happy to be with everyone. Like,
I believe
they feed off the
energy is the most common language in the world.
Yeah.
More than any single thing,
Yeah.
because we all have a bubble around us. Believe it or not, it is what it is. Because then if someone's
proven,
standing
too.
behind you, someone's standing behind you type shit.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to that. It's really complex. So you have a bubble around you. Depending on how big the bubble is, your energy and or you could just walk into a room and people can just feel just your presence. You know what I mean? And and then you can walk in a room and someone feels your presence. They're like, I'm not talking to that guy right there. It was not even how you look type shit. You know what I mean? It's the energy of it, but it's nothing personal. And sometimes I even try to talk to people. I'm like, I have nothing to say to them, and then but I always have something to say. But the energy when you go out, people treat it as that.
Yeah,
like,
they feel it.
It's unspoken.
It's
so unspoken, but it's really strong. You know how you honestly get that energy to be the highest aura?
how?
The kids have the highest energies.
Oh, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
It's untainted.
It's untainted.
It's 100% authentic. They think everyone's their friend. They're like,
That energy.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying boundaries, but that energy, but the respectfulness.
yeah.
Added onto that, you walk around, people are gonna show you respect because you show them respect. You
Bro,
look,
it's
you walk
like-
past somebody, it's unspoken when you go like this, somebody,
Like,
and then they're like this. Just the unspokenness of like respect of
yeah.
it, and then you talk. What's up, bro? How you
Yeah.
doing? I just seen you. You know what I'm saying?
always. Like if
Any
I don't
aspect.
care who it is.
Never who it is.
I don't care who it is or what I'm doing in my life. If
Never
you
that.
like walk up to me and start talking to me, I'm talking to you. Like, yo, what's up? Whatever. Like, it's all good. And my whole life has been like that. And my friends trip out. Like, damn, like I've been through crazy experiences, but another thing I've told like friends and family is like, I can have like the worst experience happen to me, and then I have the best outcome. Like the craziest thing can happen, and random people will help me, and then I have the best outcome. So I never
it
trip
happens
on
for
it.
you.
Yeah, I never trip. On
Everything happens for you guys.
it. Yeah, that's
That's a
everything
true
happens
fact.
for
That's a
me.
very good example. Everything's supposed to happen for you. If you think is in any other direction, it's gonna happen that way.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong to.
Yeah,
It happens for you. But
Everything's happening for you. And like my father,
Happens
he
for
was
you.
a boxer. He was from the neighborhood. Like he immigrated from Mexico, started his own company. Bro, he started his own company with no loan, no nothing, and became a contractor. Now owns his own company. Like kills it, employs a gang of people. Like even that, telling somebody that, they're like, oh, he got a loan.
Let me find
He got
out
this and this and that.
AJ
Like,
Wealthy right
oh.
here. You feel me? Because your dad worked hard.
Yeah.
That's dope. Hey, that's what I want my
And-
kids to be like.
Yeah. And all those things are like, one of the things he taught me was that everything's happening for you, not to you. And then an example he explained to me one time was like, you might not want that thing. Like, let's say you wanted this car or this job and you didn't get it. And you're upset, like, that's what I needed. He's like, a little kid playing in the street is happy in the street. Like, this is where he wants to be. And when a parent takes him out of the street, like, no, man, that's dangerous. The little kid will cry and be mad. Like, man, I was having fun. You fucked it up for me. I don't want to be pulled away. But you don't know that that's dangerous and that's not good for you.
Yeah.
He's like, so sometimes you get pulled away from things because that's not for you. Something else is for you.
You go inside the house
Yeah.
and your parents like, hey, there's a new
Yeah,
PS10.
whatever it is. Yeah.
There's a whole new PS10 right here, dog. Have fun. It's raining outside.
Remember the video I recorded with the helicopter and the car crashed?
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
was
that's just
standing
crazy.
right there like 10 seconds before.
You survived.
And it took it out. Yeah.
That's insane. You're
Wild.
here, obviously, but you survived that. You survived for months later.
He survived.
You survived. Hey,
I was
but-
gonna say too. Shout out the Hood Spot. Look at the Hood Spot. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to put them on blast, but they sell margaritas. That's some LA shit. You get burritos and tacos, and then they'll sell you margaritas.
Hey, it wasn't on the
fucking
menu
flex.
for sure.
I know.
They knew
I
who
went,
it was when I called. They're
Yeah.
like, "Yup, it's homie right
I
there."
went and I was like, "Yo, what's that?" Once they were like, "Oh, we make margaritas if you want to buy one." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, yes, slimy that.
Hey, if I didn't have to go to gym, I'd be like fucking drenching them
Mm-hmm.
hoes down. But I didn't know that they had it at that spot. Now I'm gonna go.
The last time I went once.
You put me on again
Yeah.
on the same spot.
Crazy, crazy.
I love it.
Hood shit, LA shit.
Hey, LA hood spots. If you know the real ones, they're the ones.
Oh yeah.
And that shit
Yeah.
closes early as fuck.
Yeah.
Too.
And like, yeah, that shit is fun. I like, Prime. I was talking to my homie Prime, shout out Prime, on the way over here. We have like a good, especially for like restaurants, like my girl's the same way. Like, we are not, like, we don't have this standard where like, we're bougie and, oh, it gotta be this. We'll be like at the hood, hole in the wall, like South Central. They make everything by hand. And then we'll be at like,
Steak
Cabs
48.
or Lavo, Steak 48, like high end shit. But we love like the diversity. I can't be in just one. I can't be just at the hood spots, and I can't just be at the high end spots. I need like.
I feel like all of us are like that.
That's dope. And you know, a lot of
group.
people aren't.
A lot of people just eat like fucking Taco
Yeah.
Bell all day, and a lot
Yeah,
of people
or,
just
like-
eat fucking steak all day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because even like my pops, he'll be like, "Oh, let's
Hit
get
the
some
middle
rice."
aspect, homie.
I'll be like, "Hold on, we got to find something fire. Like I can't just eat.
I can't just go Chipotle.
Yeah, I can't just go somewhere regular.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not doing that. It is what
Life
it
is
is.
too short.
Life is too short. You better enjoy the meals. There's only a limited amount of meals you could possibly eat in your life.
Yeah.
That's how you say really don't take stuff for granted. There's only a certain amount of times you're gonna wake up in the
That
morning.
part.
Certain
That
amount of
part.
times you're gonna go hug somebody. Certain amount of time
Yep.
you're gonna do any single thing. Make it the best. Big Chief
best.
here, AJ in the building. Hope you guys enjoyed the pod today.
Got to.
We had to talk more intimate and higher thoughts and how we move and our mindset today, and I really enjoyed that. What do you think? How do you think the episode was?
I think these are great. I think these are like what we were talking about, the like diamonds in the rough. Like all these episodes are diamonds in the rough. These are like books.
Truly.
Like Like if you watch it, you'll get gems from them.
Hey, imagine someone writes a
Clutch.
To Be Blunt book, but with different chapters of stuff, and they dialogue and break down
They
every
get all
single
these
thing we ever
random
talked about.
quotes, bro.
And bro, imagine if they even replay and all the stuff we ever talked about since we've been shooting, and
If
break
they-
it down
yeah.
into events. I need a whole editor to do this.
If you could pull quotes that you thought were good and just posted those somewhere, people would be like, man, those are like great points of view and stuff, and then come out. It's our podcast.
To be blunt, someone out there, you can make a lot of money doing it.
Let's go.
We're with it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the pod. We love it. We're trying to get to 10K subs. I'm gonna
Yep.
start working on a giveaway for our subscribers. So when we do get to 10K, I'm gonna start live streaming on another platform. But I'm releasing different content. For example, product reviews by
Yeah.
Big Chief himself.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace.
See ya.
Llama, red pajama, I feel alone with my mama, Baby llama wanna drink, mama had to sing,